Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. Are you wondering what is the best way to color gray, especially if your gray hair is resistant like mine, or you're just curious on how I color my hair at home? I'm going to show you in this video right now. I am using 20 volume developer with a professional color. That is what I would recommend, because a lot of times you go to get those box colors and they're 10 volume developer, and if you are having troubles covering gray, that's not going to work for you. But if you're just coloring your hair, then yeah, you could use that. But anyways, let's go ahead and just get to that video and show you the method that I use at home, since I don't have an extra pair of hands or eyes to color my hair. So let's just jump forward right now to that video. Get rid of all of my grays. As you can see right there, I haven't colored my hair in a long time because it's probably like a 2-inch growth. So you're gonna mix your solution in your bottle. Shake it up, and this is exactly how I do it so I don't miss any spots. So I start in the middle and I just squeeze onto the scalp, getting a thin line onto the scalp as far back as I can go. Now, if you're in a salon, you're obviously going to be, a professional is going to be doing this different, but because I don't have any help here at home, this is how I personally do it. And then I take about a 1/2 inch of a space next to that and do another line all the way at my roots. You can actually feel it go onto the roots and all the way back to the back of your head. And I'm going to continue this throughout the whole head, taking 1/2 inches, going all the way straight back. Okay, so you saw how I put the product from the hairline all the way back to the back of my neck. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the edges. So, oh, and FYI, you saw it really rapid. When I came to the ear, I just went around the ear on the hairline. Now we're going to do the same exact thing in the front here, because this is the part that shows most of the gray. So you see how I'm just drawing a line and then pushing it back? We're going to do that to the entire front hairline. Once you have it on the hairline just like that, I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to comb everything through. Why am I doing this? Because I don't have extra eyes behind my head, so I want to make sure that all those rows of color that we put in our hair actually kind of just all blend together, and there's no missing spots between them, because nobody wants like a patch in the back that we can't see that has gray hair. So I'm just going to comb all this through, pushing onto that scalp and moving the product. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with my fingers from the back of my ear, and I'm going to go straight up, and I'm going to pull all of this hair away from the rest of the hair in the back. Why am I doing this? Because this is one of the sections that show all the time. So I want to take another line onto that section that I just pulled up, put it onto the scalp, and make sure that I work that color in there very well. Okay, now we're going to color the rest of it. Mind you, I'm not taking it all the way through my ends, because you do want to leave that to process very last, because the color at your ends will absorb color very rapidly, and we don't want the ends to be darker than our root area. So now I'm just going to push the color in just like this, kind of on top, as you can see, just squirting it through, and just going to massage it into my hair. You guys can see how I'm just squirting it all the way through. Push it in, squirt it through, push it on top, squirt it through. And now I'm going to work it in the front like it's a shampoo. Now, this might look really strange to you, but if you have a very, very resistant gray, my grays are mostly right here in the front, you do want to rough up your cuticle to make sure that that color absorbs. Oh, and FYI, you do want to get a professional color with at least 20 volume if you are resistant. The box colors that you buy in the salon, a lot of them can be 10 volume, and that's going to deposit color, which is fine if that's all you want to do. But if you're trying to deposit color and cover grays, you do want to have a 20 volume developer. Go into Sally's Beauty Supply, ask them, you know, where's your color? Can you help me out? And they will help you. Mine is a permanent color that I picked, and I'm using a 20 volume developer. It is equal portions, and my color will actually sit on for 40 minutes. Okay, so you can see how much I got through right there. Now I'm going to do the same thing in the back. Just going to go through, do a bunch of lines inside, inside and then on top somewhat. And I'm going to massage this in just as well. Just like shampoo. I do not want any lines of demarcation, which means I don't want to see the color and then a natural color or two different colors. So that's why I keep combing it as well. Not only to make sure that all the color goes in nice and evenly, but it also kind of feathers out the color when it touches the dry. So look at this. You get a good light, some good lighting. Okay, you can see how it goes from, let's see. You can see how it goes from wet, wet, wet to damp to dry, which means it's not going to leave a line in my hair of one color from the other color. Okay, you guys can see the color comes down to about right there. I'm going to put a little bit more in, and then we're going to wait 10 minutes before my hair is done processing. So at 30 minutes, I'm going to come back and I'm going to put color on my ends. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the hair in two portions, just like this. 1, 2. And I'm going to go through with big chunks, pulling this color through. So just grabbing that dry piece and sliding the color through. You guys can see the color on there. And then once again, I'm going to go through and I'm going to comb it. And then once again, combing it. This time I'm going to comb it in those sections to the side, so I can see more precision on where the color is and how far down it goes. A little trick that I like to do is I like to squirt it on my hand, kind of put it in the other hand, and then grab those sections and just run my hands down, almost like a gel. See? And just run it down. Now we're gonna let this sit on the hair, like I said, for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna come back and do the ends. But occasionally I do need to still rub right here where my gray is very resistant. And occasionally, if you think it's drying too much, you do wanna get some product and put it right on those parts that you think is resistant, and make sure that you rough up that cuticle so that the color will absorb better. Okay guys, so it's been a few minutes and I'm starting to make a mess all over my skin because yeah, I'm lazy. It's my day off and I didn't want to put a cape on, but you can see the color is oxidizing all over my skin and it will stain like this. So what you do to avoid that is, actually I like Dawn. Dawn is better, but you can use whatever dishwashing soap you have. Do not wet it. That is the #1 rule. Do not wet it because it will not work and it will not come off your skin. So you're gonna take this unwet and just apply it to the skin where that color touches. And you're gonna see when I get out of the shower, everything's just gonna come right off my skin. Okay guys, so it's been 30 minutes now. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to coat the ends of the hair. You can see how the color dries pretty darn quick. Well, anyways, getting to the ends of the hair. What I have here is just a spray bottle with warm to hot water. I'm going to dampen the ends of my hair because the product is going to be on there for 10 minutes. And the reason I'm saying to use warm or hot water, and we're just gonna damp it a little bit, is because we don't want the cuticle to shut down and not absorb the color. We want the cuticle to be open so that the color comes in. But just so you know that we are dampening it, and so we are lessening the volume. So it was a 20 volume that we put all over the head. Now when we come to the ends of the hair, we want the color, we know that the ends are gonna absorb it very, very quick because they are the driest part of the hair. So we're bringing it down to a 10 volume and depositing only because we are spritzing a little bit of water onto those ends. Remember, we don't want soaking wet, we want damp. I'm going to comb the color one more time before I put the color on the ends. You can see how much lighter my ends are compared to the rest of my hair. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did before. We're gonna grab the hair and we're going to put the color all over the ends, just like this. Working it in. Since the hair is already a little bit damp, it should work in a lot easier. It should slide around a lot better. After you've worked it in, you do want to comb it through, make sure that it gets evenly distributed. Okay, you guys can see all of my ends are coated very nice and evenly. I'm going to give it 10 more minutes and then I'm going to shampoo this all out. Oh, before I forget, a great tip is to not take off these gloves until you have finished shampooing your hair because the dye will stain your fingers and your fingernails. Not your fingers, your fingernails. Okay guys, so I just got out of the shower and I just wanted to show you my neck. There's no color, no color, no color. It was on my arm, nothing. That trick with the dishwashing soap actually really works. I'm gonna go ahead and dry my hair and show you guys what it looks like. So I just let my hair air dry, but I wanna get close up and you guys can see there are absolutely no grays left. And if I pull the camera back, you guys can see, look at the ends. So the ends are not, look at that. They're just a little bit lighter, but that's fine because natural hair, they're not as light as they were, as you can see. They're just a pinch lighter. Like this is a very, very dark brown, like a level 2, and this is a level 3, which is fine because actually, well, if I would have left it on longer on the ends, which I left it on for 10 minutes, but if I would have left it on for 15 minutes, it would be the exact same color, but natural hair is a little bit lighter at the end, so this looks much better like this, with the ends just being a pinch lighter than your root area. But if you look really close, you guys can see all those grays are completely gone. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Hit the little subscribe button and the tiny little bell next to it for notifications of new videos. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye.